Hello and welcome to episode 295 of the Daily Sales Message Sales Podcast, where every single day I share a piece of simple and actionable sales advice, wisdom, a story, an anecdote, anything and everything that's designed to help you feel more confident and sell more stuff too. If you're new around here, my name is James Newell. I teach people how to sell for a living. And for me, selling comes in two distinct components. It starts with having what I call a clear sales message. So people have got to understand what you're trying to sell to them, which sounds flippant, but if you've ever faced that problem where people just don't get what you're trying to sell to them, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And then you need selling confidence, the ability to be relaxed and comfortable and confident in a selling situation. In today's episode, I'm talking about a phrase that I used back in the day, back when I had a real job, a sales job. Unfortunately, it's got the word terrorist in it. So I'm hoping this episode doesn't get flagged or I don't offend anybody. Certainly don't mean to offend anybody. But I had a particular client who were an absolute nightmare to deal with. And all the time, when they work with other people, they threatened to leave. They threatened to cancel orders and do this and do that. And they were holding people to ransom. They were a nightmare. I took over their account, and the first time something went wrong and they said, well, James, we're going to order our 200 units, whatever it was, elsewhere if you don't do this and you don't do that. They're trying to hold me to ransom. I called their bluff. I said, I'm really sorry you feel that way. What we'll do is we'll cancel the orders. We'll fulfill the orders that we've got with you right now. Any new ones, don't send us any more. Send those to the new provider you're going to use. We'll see out those ones. And we'll call it a day. How does that sound to you? And at that point, no. Oh, hold on. They started to backtrack. You see, these people were trying to strong arm me, and that's why I'm using the word terrorist. They're trying to be terrorists here. They're trying to force and extort their way to what they want by scaring people. Well, if you don't do this, we're not going to order from you, etc. My phrase that I've always worked to is quite simply this. I don't negotiate with terrorists. I don't negotiate with terrorists. If you're going to threaten to do something, you need to make sure you do it, or I will do it for you. Which sounds really brutal, doesn't it? And very aggressive and angry, and very unlike me, if you've listened to all 200 or so episodes of this so far. But I've got this real issue with bullies and people strong-arming people. So I don't negotiate with terrorists. And this particular account, when it happened, they were astonished. And after that date, they behaved. Of course they did, because I was very, very happy to cancel orders, just fulfill the ones we've got because we don't want to let anybody down, but cancel the new ones. You can go elsewhere, fine. In fact, I'll do it for you kind of thing. And they had to talk me down from doing that. I think in life, in business, nobody is above or below anybody else. We all work in different jobs, have businesses, do different things. But the moment somebody tries to impose their will on you because they're somehow better than you and they've got control over you, it really grinds my gears. And that's what made me so angry that day. And I put them back in their place. I'm equal to them. I'm not better than them. I'm not less than them. I'm equal to them. And I explained it to them that day. And I was very clear that if you ever do that again, we will see through on this, and that'll be that. We have to behave now. You cannot do this any longer. And they didn't. But it's an interesting concept. I don't negotiate with terrorists. The next time somebody threatens to do something to you in a business sense, or not buy and this and that or whatever, call them on it. Call their bluff. All right, fine. Cancel. Let's go for it. See what happens. Confront the fear. Confront the bully and see what happens. Because 9 times out of 10, it's not every time of course, but 9 times out of 10, you'll find that they'll backtrack pretty quickly because they're trying to rule you with fear. They don't want to cancel things. It's going to be a nightmare for them too. But they're trying to use the fear, your need for them, to get what they want. And if you don't negotiate with terrorists and you call them on their bluff, we can just take the sting out of that straight away. Right, well, that's it for this particularly angry and aggressive episode of the Daily Sales Message Sales Podcast, where I use the word terrorist as well. What's the world coming to? Tomorrow, in episode 296, I'm going to talk about different buyer types, and there's a particular thing to bear in mind about different buyer types. We'll cover that tomorrow. In the meantime, if you haven't already, please hop on over to LinkedIn, connect with me there, shoot me a message, let me know what you like or don't like about the Daily Sales Message Podcast. If you want me to cover something in a future episode, then do ask me and I will include that. Thank you for listening or watching all the way to the end. I do appreciate it. I'll catch you tomorrow for a not terrorism related edition of the Daily Sales Message.